If you're dreaming of studying in Canada in 2024/2025 and you're wondering what the requirements are, then you are watching the right video, because on this video we're basically going to be talking about the requirements for foreigners to study in Canada in the year 2024. So don't go anywhere. Hi everyone, my name is Zuri, and on this channel we basically talk about travel tips, immigration tips, and foreign opportunities. So if this is something that you're interested in, please click on the subscribe button, because I know that you are going to learn a lot on this channel. If you're a new subscriber, welcome and thank you for subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, I totally appreciate you. Thank you for your loyalty. I truly appreciate you. Now let's get into the video. I know that Nigerians and foreigners in general are still choosing Canada as their top destination, okay? And I'm here to help you to know what the documents are in 2024 for you to make it happen. Make sure you stick around till the end of this video, because I have an interesting tip just for you. Canada continues to be a top destination for Nigerians and foreigners in general, and there are a few interesting reasons for this. I mean, think of the high quality of life, top class education, and so on and so forth. The list is endless. And don't forget about the possibility of becoming a citizen in about 3 to 5 years. I mean, that is amazing. All right, so please don't say, oh, I don't want to go to Canada because everybody is going to Canada. No, you need to sit down and figure out what are your own relocation goals and see if they align with what Canada has to offer. Okay, we're just going to breeze through some of the benefits of living and studying in Canada. I know you already know them, so I'm not going to dwell on them too much. The first one is high quality education. Like I mentioned before, Canadian universities are recognized globally for their excellence. The second benefit of studying in Canada is that you can work while you study. You can have up to 20 hours a week during semester periods, and then during breaks you're allowed to work full-time, which of course gives you the opportunity to make money to take care of yourself in Canada. Now the third one, which is really interesting, is that studying in Canada gives a smooth pathway to permanent residency. Graduates from Canadian institutions are entitled to a work permit, and that work permit eventually leads to PR, which is your permanent residency. The final benefit that I'll be talking about on this video is the multicultural society, okay? Canada has an amazing multicultural society that includes diverse cultures, okay? Which makes it easy for foreigners and international students to feel at home. Now that you are convinced that Canada is the place to be, especially if you want to study abroad, let's dive into the requirements for a Canada study visa, okay? And the first one that I'm going to talk about is your letter of acceptance. Now, your letter of acceptance is like the golden ticket, okay? That is like the most important thing that you need to get. The first thing you need to get when you want to study in Canada. You have to get your letter of acceptance from a DLI. A DLI is a designated learning institute. DLI means those institutes that have been designated to receive international students, okay? So that is the golden letter. You need to get the first thing, the golden ticket, which is your acceptance letter, okay? Now the next one I wrote down here is that you need to get your proof of financial support, okay? You need to show at least 20,000 Canadian dollars. I know that in the past it was about 10,000, but as of this year it is at least 20,000 Canadian dollars. And personally, I would advise you get more than 20,000. This 20,000 is meant to show that you're able to take care of your living expenses, your accommodation, and your feeding. Because before you get a job in Canada as a student, of course, you need to have money to take care of yourself, to prove that you are able to take care of yourself and not come and stay under the bridge in their country, right? So that is the reason why you need to show at least 20,000. That's the policy, okay? You need to show at least 20,000. And if I would advise you, please show far more than 20,000. It can be done through your bank statements, through scholarships, sponsors, maybe a letter from a sponsor or something, okay? If you have not watched the video about proof of funds, please go watch it, because I broke down a whole lot of mistakes that people make when showing their proof of funds. Okay, I talked about the silly mistakes that we make. Some people think that it is just about having the money in your account, but it's not just about having the money in your account. In that video, I discussed how to show your proof of funds, how to grow your proof of funds, and the silly mistakes that we make when showing our proof of funds. Okay, so please go watch that video. It is very, very expository. Okay, before you apply to Canada or any other country, please watch the video of proof of funds so you know the mistake you might be making when showing your proof of funds. Now let's go on to the next one. The next one is that you have to have a valid passport. Okay, and I know that some people will say, yes, it's a given. I mean, you have to have your passport. But then what I'm trying to say is that you need to ensure that your passport is valid for the entire duration of your studies, because whatever you have on your passport is what they will give you a visa for, right? And when I was talking about Canada Visit Visa, I talked about how if you have maybe 8 years or 9 years on your passport, your Canada Visit Visa might be maybe 7 years or 8 years respectively. Now, if you have just 1 year or 2 years on your passport, you're shooting yourself in the foot, because they will not give you a visa that extends beyond the validity of your passport. Okay, so with study visa, if you're going for, let's say, a 2-year or a 3-year course, ensure that your passport is not 1 year or 2 years in validity. Okay, make sure that the validity of your passport is able to cover the period of your studies. Okay, I hope you're getting me. All right, so let's talk about the next point. I wrote here passport sized photos. Of course, you need to have recent passport sized photos and ensure that it is in alignment with the rules, what they need you to do. What I have noticed is that most countries prefer passports with white background. So if I were you, I would go take a passport photo with white background. Okay, and make sure that it meets the standard of Canada. Now let's talk about the next one. You need to show English language proficiency, either with IELTS or with TOEFL. I'm going to drop the links to these exams in the description below. You need to show your English language proficiency, especially if the courses that you're going to take are in English. Okay, now let's talk about the next one. The next one I wrote down here is your study plan or your statement of purpose. Okay, SOP is extremely important. Some people call it SOP, statement of purpose. Your statement of purpose explains why you want to study in Canada, what you want to study in Canada, and how it will help your career. If you would like me to guide you with what you should write on your statement of purpose, if you want me to create a video for that, you can comment it in the comment section. Okay, just say statement of purpose in the comment section and I'll see what I can do about it, because it is very important that you draft a good statement of purpose for your visa application. All right, now the next one I have here is your police clearance certificate. Some people call it the police character certificate. It's supposed to prove that you have no criminal record. It's supposed to prove that you are not going to be a hazard to other people in that foreign country that you're going to, right? And Canada needs for you to send in your police clearance certificate or your police character certificate whenever you are applying for a study visa, for a visa like this. Okay, now the last thing I wrote here is that you have to fill your visa application form and pay your fees. You can check the website to know how much the application fees is. As at the time of this recording, the application fee is 150 Canadian dollars for your visa fee and 85 Canadian dollars for biometrics. Okay, but whatever time that you want to apply, it is very advisable that you go check what the fee is at the time that you want to apply to avoid confusion. As a matter of fact, once you're done filling your application form and it is time for you to pay your fees, you will see the price written there. Okay, so 150 Canadian dollars plus 85, that's about 235 if I'm not mistaken. All right, so that is what you would have to pay. So that what I just discussed right now is the core of what you need to get started in your Canada study application. Now here's the bonus tip. I would really love to show you, to walk you through the application process and show you exactly how to process your study visa. And I will be starting a masterclass very soon where I will be showing you how to process your study visa. Okay, so if you want to be a part of the masterclass which I am putting together, my second masterclass on YouTube, just comment masterclass in the comment section below. Okay, so that is my bonus tip for you. I would really love to show you how to process your Canada study visa. So if you are interested, just comment masterclass below and I will add you to the masterclass. Don't miss out on this opportunity. It is actually an amazing one, and the masterclass community is an amazing community. I know that you would want to be a part of it. So make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and you have your notifications turned on. And the reason that I'm saying this is because sometimes once in a while I go live to show you some things on my screen. I could show you how to apply for some jobs, some international jobs. I can show you how to apply for some scholarship opportunities. I can show you how to apply for admission to some schools. I can show you how to find schools that are currently offering scholarships. Now, if your notifications are not turned on, you will not know when I go live. So please subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and then turn on your notifications so that you can be alerted when I am coming online. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. Don't stop dreaming, don't stop aiming higher. Stay safe and keep traveling.